It's day 25, World Carnivore Month. Happy Sunday. Come on in, y'all, and let's make some pizzas. Now, I have to tell you, after 17 years of owning a pizza restaurant, not something I eat a lot of, but you may enjoy pizza. So I want you to have some options of some things you can make. So if you were with me the other day, you saw the viral cottage cheese flatbread, and ooh, we loved that. And one of you commented that you use it as pizza dough or your pizza crust, and that got my wheels turning. And I'm going to come up with some things here. So let's make the crust for them. We're going to make two pizzas two different ways. We're going to do a steak and sauteed onion with an Alfredo sauce, and then we're going to do an all meat one. So hang with me. Let's get the dough going first here. I call it dough just out of force of habit. Our crust, if you will. So it's 1 cup of cottage cheese, whatever cottage cheese you prefer. I believe they said it has to be, it's best if it's full fat, which we want that anyway, right? All right, there we go. So it goes into, you're going to put it in a blender or your bullet or whatever you have to get it mixed smooth, okay? 1 cup of cottage cheese, 2 eggs. 1 and a 2. All right, there we go. Wipe my hands off really quickly here. So I already sauteed some onions. I'll tell you about that in a second. We're going to put this on. We're going to blend it until it's smooth. And I'm going to do this off camera because it's kind of loud. So I do have a little bit of non-stick spray on here. Preheat the oven to 30 minutes. 350 degrees, okay? All right, so we've got our crust here mixed up. We're going to do another one in just a minute. So there's what it looks like. We're just going to pour it right onto the parchment paper. I want to get all of it out of there. We're just going to take it, spread it out. This is a little bit bigger pan than I used the last time for the flatbread. So I want it a little bit thinner, but I don't want it too thin that it's not going to hold up to our steak and onions. So you don't have to go all the way to the ends of your pan if you have a bigger pan. Just take it out, spread it out to whatever you feel is comfortable. Maybe you like a thinner crust, maybe you like a thicker. It's up to you. Just like your, pick you out a thin or thick. All right, there we go. I think that looks good. Stop there. I'll save all of my dishes here because I'm going to make another one. So to this, I'm going to add some Italian seasoning. Did I get? Okay, it's up here. All right. This is going to be for the steak and onion. I'm going to add some Italian seasoning. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. That's it for crust 1. I'm going to put it in the oven, 350 degrees for 30 minutes. And then I'm going to pull it out and we're going to top it and put it back in. So it's not going to be completely done when we pull it back out. Be right back. So we have our second dough ready and we're getting ready to pop it in the oven for pizza number 2. So both of our crusts are in the oven. I sauteed some onions. This is a onion and a half. Just in some butter. If you're not eating onions, leave them out. It's not a big deal. So next up, we're going to saute. We call them pucks. All it is it's shaved, thin shaved steak. There you go. I'm just going to throw them in. You can cook them right from frozen, the ones that I have. Just going to get them in the same skillet. We're not going to dirty up another skillet. We're going to just put those in there and let those go. for our steak and onion and Alfredo, and we're gonna make some Alfredo sauce. Stay tuned. My daughter just went home. I'm kind of sad. I was hoping she'd stay a little bit longer, but she had to go home, get herself ready for the week ahead. So we had a couple great days of junking. I call it junking. So if you'd like to see the stuff that I got, let me know and I'll show you. We're gonna make some Alfredo sauce. So while our steak is cooking and our crusts are going, we're gonna make a quick Alfredo sauce. Inside of my pan here, I have a couple tablespoons of butter. We're just gonna make a quick Alfredo sauce for the pizza. We don't need much. So I think I'm gonna go with about a half a cup of heavy cream. And probably the same thing with some Parmesan cheese. Go. And a little bit of garlic. That's optional, of course. Gonna give that a stir. And that's pretty much it for a Alfredo. We're gonna let it simmer, let it thicken up a little bit. I'm gonna turn the heat down and let it go while we finish up the rest of our items. Our first crust is out of the oven. Keep your oven on 350 degrees. Here's our Alfredo sauce that we made. Just simple ingredients. You can see it thickened up. Get all of that out of there. I'm gonna get that spread on our crust. You wanna look at all that Alfredo. Go. I didn't salt my Alfredo. You can leave that up to you. I use salted butter. So if you need to salt your Alfredo, salt it. I did salt my meat here because it needed it. All right. Down with the Alfredo sauce all over. Go. Next come the caramelized onions. Go. If you're using those. Also, if you're doing like a ketovore, oh, saute some mushrooms in with those onions. Oh, wait, that'd be so good. All right. Go. All of them on there and spread out. Go. Checking my other crust. Hang on, I'm gonna go. Sorry, it was in the toaster oven, so I wanted to get it out. All right. Got this great caramelized onion. That looks good already. Now we're gonna put on our meat. That all spread on there. Let's see. I'll come back. You don't have to sit and watch. We have our steak on. I mean, friends, look at that. Amazing. Now comes the cheese. Provolone, mozzarella, whatever you'd like. This is from my pizza shop. We use a diced cheese. So top it with however much or how little you would like. There you have it. Back in the oven, 350, get all this brown, and I'll let you know how long. We're gonna fix our other pizza. Next up is our meat pizza, and the meats I'm choosing is sausage, bacon, and pepperoni. I'm not gonna do any sauce on this. So if you're doing ketovore, you can use whatever kind of sauce, pizza sauce you would like. So let's just get to it. This is fully cooked pork sausage. You can use whatever kind of sausage you would like, or leave it out, whatever kind of meat you want. Okay, go. We got pork sausage. I've got some fully cooked bacon. Now, it's important that these are fully cooked because the pizza's not going to be in the oven long enough to cook it. You don't give yourself worms. All right, there we go. Bacon. Now, I have a special pepperoni at my pizza shop that cups and curls when it cooks. So it's going to go on last. So it'll get that good cup and curl. Now, we're going to do our cheese. And we're going to start our pepperonis here. Kind of reminds you of like the school cafeteria pepperonis. I usually work both hands when I do pepperoni here. Go. Let's do a little extra. A little extra pepperoni. Delicious. There we go. All right, there's our all meat going back into the 350-degree toaster oven. Now, those who are not doing carnivore requested another Olive Garden salad, so I'm going to whip that up while the pizza's in the oven, and we'll be right back. Our first pizza's out of the oven, 10 minutes back in, and then broil about 2 minutes just to kind of brown up that cheese. I mean, friends, look at that. Ooh, the other one's in the oven. We'll be back when it's out. Cha, cha, cha. I mean to toot my own horn, but beep, beep, toot, toot. Look at these. Oh my goodness. Now listen, don't make fun of me because I don't use a pizza wheel like this. I use a big knife. So this isn't in my wheelhouse. Ha, ha, ha. Let's cut it. Now this one, back in the oven for about 15 minutes. However long you want your pepperoni to go, your cheese to brown. I like my pizza a little bit more on the well done side, okay? So here we go. Let's get this going. Actually, you probably don't even need a pizza. I think you could cut it probably with a butter knife. All right, so I'm going to get one piece of each. There we go. Sorry. Once again, Lola's snoring. So here we have it. It is day 25. Carnivore pizza 2 ways. We have the meat pizza and we have the steak with the Alfredo. Let's give it a try, shall we? All right. I'm going for the steak and onion first with the Alfredo because I'm really curious as to how that's going to taste. Heavens. Ooh, that's delicious. It is 3:30 p.m. This is my first meal, so I'm hungry. Now, once you see the bottom crust there, look at that. Now, this was a little thicker, so it's going to be a little bit of a softer crust, but I'm dying to try it. This is the all meat without sauce. Listen. Like I said, after 17 years of the business, I really don't get hungry for a pizza very often. But this is so good. You want to make this. You absolutely want to make this. You really want to do this. And I'm not lying. Like I said, pizza business, 17 years. You're not going to regret this. Like I said, this is a little bit of a softer crust. You could actually cut it and put it back in the cast iron skillet and crust it up some more if you want. I like it a little bit softer with all those good meat toppings on there. Shoo-wee, Sunday dinner is a hit, at least with me. I'm going to see what everybody else says. The rest of them, I made up they wanted an Olive Garden salad. This is when Mason gets home, this is going to be gone. He is going to love this. All right, friends, as always, thank you for stopping by, hanging out with me. If you're new here, like and subscribe, hang out with me. It was fun. We're having fun. Y'all's teaching me things, and I'm hopefully giving you some tips. We are in this together, friends. Blessings to all. Have a great night. Go make a pizza.